英語聞き流しリスニング、英語テキストと MP3 ダウンロード、その他の物語はホームページからお聞きいただけます。88thpp.com 88thpp.com
March 5th. Dear Mr. Trustee, tomorrow is the first Wednesday in the month, a weary day for the John Grier home. How relieved they'll be when 5 o'clock comes and you pat them on the head and take yourselves off. Did you, individually, ever pat me on the head, Daddy? I don't believe so. My memory seems to be concerned only with fat trustees. Give the home my love, please, my truly love. I have quite a feeling of tenderness for it as I look back through a haze of 4 years. When I first came to college, I felt quite resentful because I'd been robbed of the normal kind of childhood that the other girls had had, but now, I don't feel that way in the least. I regard it as a very unusual adventure. It gives me a sort of vantage point from which to stand aside and look at life. Emerging full-grown, I get a perspective on the world that other people who have been brought up in the thick of things entirely lack. I know lots of girls, Julia, for instance, who never know that they are happy. They are so accustomed to the feeling that their senses are deadened to it, but as for me, I am perfectly sure every moment of my life that I am happy. And I'm going to keep on being, no matter what unpleasant things turn up. I'm going to regard them, even toothaches, as interesting experiences, and be glad to know what they feel like. Whatever skies above me, I've a heart for any fate. However, Daddy, don't take this new affection for the JGH too literally. If I have 5 children, like Rousseau, I shan't leave them on the steps of a foundling asylum in order to ensure they're being brought up simply. Give my kindest regards to Mrs. Lippett. That, I think, is truthful. Love would be a little strong, and don't forget to tell her what a beautiful nature I've developed. Affectionately, Judy. Lock Willow. 4th April. Dear Daddy. Do you observe the postmark? Sally and I are embellishing Lock Willow with our presents during the Easter vacation. We decided that the best thing we could do with our 10 days was to come where it is quiet. Our nerves had got to the point where they wouldn't stand another meal in Ferguson. Dining in a room with 400 girls is an ordeal when you are tired. There is so much noise that you can't hear the girls across the table speak unless they make their hands into a megaphone and shout. That is the truth. We are tramping over the hills and reading and writing, and having a nice, restful time. We climbed to the top of Sky Hill this morning where Master Jervie and I once cooked supper. It doesn't seem possible that it was nearly 2 years ago. I could still see the place where the smoke of our fire blackened the rock. It is funny how certain places get connected with certain people, and you never go back without thinking of them. I was quite lonely without him, for 2 minutes. What do you think is my latest activity, Daddy? You will begin to believe that I am incorrigible. I am writing a book. I started it 3 weeks ago and am eating it up in chunks. I've caught the secret. Master Jervie and that editor man were right. You are most convincing when you write about the things you know. And this time it is about something that I do know, exhaustively. Guess where it's laid? In the John Grier home. And it's good, Daddy, I actually believe it is, just about the tiny little things that happened every day. I'm a realist now. I've abandoned romanticism. I shall go back to it later though, when my own adventurous future begins. This new book is going to get itself finished and published. You see if it doesn't. If you just want a thing hard enough and keep on trying, you do get it in the end. I've been trying for 4 years to get a letter from you, and I haven't given up hope yet. Goodbye, Daddy dear. I like to call you Daddy dear, it's so alliterative. Affectionately, Judy. P.S. I forgot to tell you the farm news, but it's very distressing. Skip this postscript if you don't want your sensibilities all wrought up. Poor old Grove is dead. He got so that he couldn't chew and they had to shoot him. 9 chickens were killed by a weasel or a skunk or a rat last week. One of the cows is sick, and we had to have the veterinary surgeon out from Bonnyrigg 4 Corners. Amasai stayed up all night to give her linseed oil and whiskey. But we have an awful suspicion that the poor sick cow got nothing but linseed oil. Sentimental Tommy, the tortoiseshell cat, has disappeared. We are afraid he has been caught in a trap. There are lots of troubles in the world. 17th May. Dear Daddy Longlegs. This is going to be extremely short because my shoulder aches at the sight of a pen. Lecture notes all day, immortal novel all evening, Make too much writing. Commencement 3 weeks from next Wednesday. I think you might come and make my acquaintance. I shall hate you if you don't. Julia's inviting Master Jervy, he being her family, and Sally's inviting Jimmy MCB, he being her family, but who is there for me to invite? Just you and Lippet, and I don't want her. Please come. Yours, with love and writer's cramp. Judy. Lock Willow. 19th June. Dear Daddy Longlegs. I'm educated. My diploma is in the bottom bureau drawer with my 2 best dresses. Commencement was as usual, with a few showers at vital moments. Thank you for your rosebuds. They were lovely. Master Jervy and Master Jimmy both gave me roses, too, but I left theirs in the bathtub and carried yours in the class procession. Here I am at Lock Willow for the summer, forever maybe. The board is cheap, the surroundings quiet and conducive to a literary life. What more does a struggling author wish? I am mad about my book. I think of it every waking moment, and dream of it at night. All I want is peace and quiet and lots of time to work, interspersed with nourishing meals. Master Jervy is coming up for a week or so in August, and Jimmy McBride is going to drop in sometime through the summer. He's connected with a bond house now, and goes about the country selling bonds to banks. He's going to combine the Farmers National at the Corners and me on the same trip. You see that Lock Willow isn't entirely lacking in society. I'd be expecting to have you come motoring through, only I know now that that is hopeless. When you wouldn't come to my commencement, I tore you from my heart and buried you forever. Judy Abbott, A.B. 24th July. Dearest Daddy Longlegs. Isn't it fun to work, or don't you ever do it? It's especially fun when your kind of work is the thing you'd rather do more than anything else in the world. I've been writing as fast as my pen would go every day this summer, and my only quarrel with life is that the days aren't long enough to write all the beautiful and valuable and entertaining thoughts I'm thinking. I've finished the 2nd draft of my book and am going to begin the 3rd tomorrow morning at 7:30. It's the sweetest book you ever saw, it is, truly. I think of nothing else. I can barely wait in the morning to dress and eat before beginning, then I write and write and write till suddenly I'm so tired that I'm limp all over. Then I go out with Colin, the new sheepdog, and romp through the fields and get a fresh supply of ideas for the next day. It's the most beautiful book you ever saw. Oh, pardon, I said that before. You don't think me conceited, do you, Daddy dear? I'm not, really, only just now I'm in the enthusiastic stage. Maybe later on I'll get cold and critical and sniffy. No, I'm sure I won't. This time I've written a real book. Just wait till you see it. I'll try for a minute to talk about something else. I never told you, did I, that Amasai and Carrie got married last May? They are still working here, but so far as I can see it has spoiled them both. She used to laugh when he tramped in mud or dropped ashes on the floor, but now, you should hear her scold. And she doesn't curl her hair any longer. Amasai, who used to be so obliging about beating rugs and carrying wood, grumbles if you suggest such a thing. Also his neckties are quite dingy, black and brown, where they used to be scarlet and purple. I've determined never to marry. It's a deteriorating process, evidently. There isn't much of any farm news. The animals are all in the best of health. The pigs are unusually fat, the cows seem contented and the hens are laying well. Are you interested in poultry? If so, let me recommend that invaluable little work, 200 eggs per hen per year. I am thinking of starting an incubator next spring and raising broilers. You see, I'm settled at Lock Willow permanently. I have decided to stay until I've written 114 novels like Anthony Trollope's mother. Then I shall have completed my life work and can retire and travel. Mr. James McBride spent last Sunday with us. Fried chicken and ice cream for dinner, both of which he appeared to appreciate. I was awfully glad to see him. He brought a momentary reminder that the world at large exists. Poor Jimmy is having a hard time peddling his bonds. The Farmers National at the Corners wouldn't have anything to do with them in spite of the fact that they pay 6% interest and sometimes 7%. I think he'll end up by going home to Worcester and taking a job in his father's factory. He's too open and confiding and kind-hearted ever to make a successful financier. But to be the manager of a flourishing overall factory is a very desirable position, don't you think? Just now he turns up his nose at overalls, but he'll come to them. I hope you appreciate the fact that this is a long letter from a person with writer's cramp. But I still love you, Daddy dear, and I'm very happy. With beautiful scenery all about, and lots to eat in a comfortable 4-post bed and a ream of blank paper and a pint of ink, what more does one want in the world? Yours as always, Judy. P.S. The postman arrives with some more news. We are to expect Master Jervy on Friday next to spend a week. That's a very pleasant prospect, only I am afraid my poor book will suffer. Master Jervy is very demanding.
英語聞き流しリスニング、英語テキストと MP3 ダウンロード、その他の物語はホームページからお聞きいただけます。88thpp.com 88thpp.com